Hello everyone, I'm Joshua.
And I'm Abe.
I'm Shay.
And I'm Josh too.
Hello everyone, Joshua Myers here, and today I'm going to be reviewing Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory from 1971.
Warner Brothers celebrates the 25th anniversary of a modern classic, the newly remastered video release of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. He was a boy with a dream.
I got it!
Charlie, you've done it!
And a golden ticket.
We're going to see the greatest of them all, Mr. Willy Wonka.
Own the sweetest adventure on video.
There it goes.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Bring home your golden ticket to imagination and adventure. Rated G.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory stars Gene Wilder, Jack Albertson, Peter Ostrom, Julie Cole, and is directed by Mel Stewart. The plot of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is when eccentric Candyman Willy Wonka, portrayed by Gene Wilder, promises a lifetime supply of sweets and a tour of his chocolate factory to 5 lucky kids. Penniless Charlie Bucket seeks the priceless golden ticket that will make him a winner. Thanks to his Grandpa Joe, Charlie gets the prize of his dreams. But a far more wonderful surprise than Charlie could ever imagine awaits him. It just has a sense of, wonder and, imagination. Just, if you're a kid, and it's stuff I don't think ever really seen before. Even, especially at the time. So, also, the performances are really good in this movie, especially from Gene Wilder as Willy Wonka. I think he brings a sense of innocence to this character. Like, he's kind of like a child, but, has a sense of class to him and that. But at the same time, too, he's kind of unpredictable. You don't know what he's going to do. Sometimes he can be really charming and innocent. Other times he can be honestly kind of terrifying and sadistic. In fact, let me mention the fact that this film honestly is kind of dark and disturbing in some places. Like at the end of each song sequence, each of the kids and or the parents seem to disappear. And he even suggests that there's a chance that they could potentially die due to that. And I'm like, and we never see them come out at all. And I'm like, holy and I'm like, holy crap, boy, did this movie got dark. Also, the music is pretty good. I mean, there's some iconic music in this. Like the I Got a Golden Ticket song, the, like variations of the Oompa Loompa song, like Oompa, Oompa, shibbity-doo. Also, the song Willy Wonka sings, it's like about imagination, that's still iconic. And also just the sets, for 1971 and for a while, the 70s and probably 80s and onward, the sets are actually pretty impressive for what they were able to do. And it really does look like you could eat about anything in some of these rooms. Especially like the chocolate room and that. Like, honestly, there's some effects in this I kind of don't know how they were able to pull off. And this is a film that came out early 1970s. So, also, the pacing of this film's really good. This film's about almost 2 hours and didn't felt like that. Now, the one thing I know about this film is that it is based on a book. A children's book. And I never read the children's book that's based on. I don't know how different this is from the book or anything. So, I'm not going to judge it based on how close it is to the book or whatnot. I'm just judging it as a film on its own. And overall, this film is really entertaining. I really like it, actually. But I do have some negatives, so let's get on to that. If there's one negative I have is that there are quite some dated elements in this movie. You know, like, even though I said some of the effects are good, there are other effects that just don't hold up. Like, clearly I could tell, for example, when Willy Wonka is kicking around some of the candy, and I could tell those were balloons, or something like that. I also could tell some of the candy, you know, when it's being hit around and has plastic, you know. So, yeah, some of the effects have dated. And also, you know, even the sets, I must admit, are kind of dated by today's standards. You know, like, even by today's practical effects standards, it's dated. Also because of the way that, you know, like, with the fact of this being a musical and that, from the 70s, some of the way people talk in this movie is dated. So yeah, really my only complaint with this movie is some of the dated elements of this film. Other than that, those are my only negatives. So with that said, I'm going to give Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Honestly, for me, this is still a really good movie. I think it holds up for the most part, you know, to this very day. The only thing that I really didn't care for was some of the dated elements. You know, I feel like there was some stuff that made this film kind of dated. You know, but like, the dated elements are few and far between, and there's a lot of stuff to take in with this movie. And honestly, it's just a really entertaining movie. You know, again, this is another film where if I have kids and family, I would probably pop this on. You know, I'm sure most families have done that now these days. So honestly, for me, if you have a family, you know, and you haven't seen Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, I highly recommend it. So that's it for this review. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.